All right, welcome back to DellyMaths Concepts. What we're looking at today is our CXC 2024 paper one. All right, so we're looking at paper one right now, and here are the solutions. We want to try to go through them. Like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go through. Number one. Number one says we have -3 square plus 2 -2 square. All right, so whenever you square anything, it is always positive. So this is 9 plus -2 times this is 4. This is positive 13. We're looking at D for that answer. What is the value of 6 in this? So as you could see here, this is our first place of decimal. So it's going to be 10th with a TH. So it is 6/10 that we're looking for. The answer is B right there. All right, the next, what number when added to 1 1/3 gives 2? You could think about it a number of ways. You could say 2 minus 1 1/3, and the answer would be 2/3. Or you could think mentally, what can I add to 1 1/3 to get 2? It's going to be 2/3, right? So the answer is B. All right. The next term in the sequence, I'm going to use a quick subtraction here. This is 5. If we add 1 to the 5, we get 6. And if we add 7 to the 6, we get 13. If we add 9 to the 13, we get 22. If we add 11, so you could see I'm adding 5, then 9, then 5, then 7, then 9, then 11. So that I'm going to be adding 13 here. So 13 plus this will give me 46. So definitely we're seeing 46 right there for that. All right. Number 5, let's see what's going on. So far, so good. The value, all right, what is the least value of apples that can be shared equally? The moment I see least, I'm thinking LCM. So what is the lowest common multiple of these three numbers? 6, 10, 15. Definitely 24 is out. 60 is too large, 90 is too large. This is the smallest one. 15 can go into 30, 6 can go into 30, 10 can go into 30. So it is the smallest one that is possible right there, 30. Question 6 says a certain amount of money is shared among Troy. So I'm going to write the ratio here. We're talking about Troy, J, Troy, and John. All right, so this is J. I'm going to put a J there for my J. For my Troy, I'm going to put T, and then Jordan, I'm going to put J-O-R. All right, so this is J-A-Y. All right, so here's the thing. It says if Troy received 40 more than J. So you're seeing, you are comparing ratios now. So we're looking at the difference between the two ratios here. Troy and J, there's a difference of 1 part. So this is suggesting that 1 part is 40. So 1 part is $40. So here's the question. Then the amount of money shared was what? Now, what's the total parts? We're dealing with 2 plus 3 plus 9, right? That looks like about 14. So normally I just make sure 2 plus 3 plus 9. Take your time, make sure that's 14. So basically it's going to be 14 times 40, right? Because we realize 1 part is 40. So 14 times 40 will give us 560. Because remember the question says, then the amount of money shared, the total amount of money shared is what we're dealing with. So 1 part is 40, right? So 14 parts is 560. Number 7. Now we're looking at these. We're looking at the union. So we're looking at P, union, S, not intersection, union. So it's gonna be all the numbers here. All the numbers, we're not gonna repeat any. So there's a 2, there is a 3, there is a 4, there is a 5, there is a 6, there is a 7. So we're talking about all of these, we're uniting. Look at the symbol, union, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the numbers right here. D. Number 8. Now, it says here, we're looking at the Venn diagram, the shaded portion. Now, everything was shaded except right here. So actually, the shaded region is actually the complement of this. So it's the complement of the intersection. So it is P intersect Q complement. It's the complement of it. So the complement is everything except V. specific area, right? The element of the set, so 6 is less than, all right, so you want to be less than, x is less than 6, but x is greater than 6, but less than or equal to 10. So think about it, right? Listen, so this is it, right? It's less than or equal to 10, but greater than 6. 6 is not a part of the solution. C is the answer. So we have to think, look carefully, right there. Which of the following statement about set M and N is true? All right. All right. So we're looking at, so you could see that N is actually a subset of M because all the elements here are up here. But let's look at this. M is no, this is not. This is the other way around. N is the subset of M. If you unite M and N, you get back M. Yes, because all the elements in N is in M. So the unity is going to still produce those 3 letters. All right, good. So this is good to go. All right, we're at number 11. Number 11, it says all students in a class play Scrabble, checkers, or both. So we're looking at a class where it's either you're in your Scrabble, checkers, or you do both. All right, so we're looking at this now. Those who study, students who play, my bad, Scrabble only. So that means it's out here, 36 out there. 48, checkers only. So the question is what percentage would be both? Remember, percentage come up to 100. So all we're going to do is to take this, add them up, take it from 100 to get whatever is left, right? So you want to add 36 and 48. That's about 84. So, I mean, 100 subtract 84 would leave us with 16. So this is 16 right here. So 16%. Number 12. Let me see what's going on. Not seeing that question properly. All right. So number 12. How many students play tennis but not chess? This is how many play tennis but not chess. So what you want to do, you want to make sure that you exclude those that are in this area. We're going to exclude this. So this is the chess is in green. So we're talking about those who play tennis, but you're not in the chess. So basically then it's going to be those on the outskirt here in blue, right? So we're talking about how many, 4 of them. How many play tennis but not chess? Ali, Alex, Tom, Kayla, 4 of them. Here we are. Number 13. So number 13 says, a dress which costs 180 is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount, that means the discounted amount is 10%, man. 10% of 180, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 18. The amount that will be coming off is 10%, $18. That's the discounted amount. Now, EC $2.50 is US $1. So if I have EC 25, how much US is that? We're going to divide. I'm going to divide our 25 by 2.5. Nice numbers to work with. Think about it. Turning the denominator into a whole number, moving one place. So I get 25 here, add a 0 here when I move it. So this is going to be 250. So we divide 10. This is 10 easily. All right. So when you divide 2.5 into 25, you're going to get 10. All right. And we're good right there. All right. Let's move on to 15. For every sale amount, all right, $1, a salesman get 10 cents. All right. As a commission. Watch this in. For $1 is 10 cents. For every single $1, 10 cents. Now, if his sales particular amount, all right, for the month was 1,020, how much commission would it be paid? So let us think about it quickly. What the question says, for every sale of $1, $1 enough, a salesman is paid 10 cents. All right, good. So if the sales for the month was this, how much commission? You multiply it, multiply it. You multiply. For every dollar, it's 10 cents. So if I can multiply this by 10 cents, because for every dollar is 10 cents. So all you have to do is to multiply, and that's a nice number to multiply too. So when you multiply, you're gonna get all of that the same. But remember, one place a decimal, boom, right here. So it's $102 he's going to get as commission. So it says, how much commission was he paid? Boom. So basically, as you can see, this is actually 10%, Yeah, man, 10 cents of a dollar, that's 10%, man. Yeah, man. So it's actually, you know, all right, let's go. Number 16. So number 16 says, a man basic wage hours is 40-hour week is this. So, all right. So the basic wage for 40 hours is $160. He's paid overtime, a time and a quarter is hourly rate. All right. If he works this amount of time overtime, how much money will he take in? All right. Let us work out his overtime. Now, with the 40 hours and getting 160, we can tell how much is his rate, his basic rate. Basic rate is simply 160 divided by 40. So 160 divided by 40 is going to give you about 40, right? 4, should say. So this man is making $4 for every hour. So when he does 40 hours, he get 160. So this is the basic rate. Now, an overtime, his overtime rate is going to equal to $4 times 1.25. Quarter. Quarter of that is a dollar again. So that's 5, right? So this is going to give us $5. So this is overtime rate. It's $5. Now, he worked this amount of time. So all you're going to do is to say 6.5, multiply this by 5. All right, 6.5, 6.5 times 5. This man is making $32.50, all right, on overtime. So 160 plus 32.50 should take us to the final. $192.50 right here. All right. So what you did, you find the overtime money added to the regular money that he was making, and we're good right there. Number 17. A television set costs. Television set cost $350. When bought an higher purchase, a deposit of, all right, so an higher purchase, you paid on $35, and then you pay 12 months of $30 each. All right. So let's see, 12 times 3, this is 360 here. All right, good. So we are seeing where this person paid $395 overall. All right. So here's the question. How much money is saved by buying cash? Take away from it, man. $45. Because if you buy, this is higher purchase overall, 360 plus 35. So that's going to give us 395. But for cash, take away your 350 from it. $45 you would have saved if you had all the money at once. 18. At the end of the year, a car is worth 5%, right? Less than what it was worth in the beginning. All right, good. Right? Now, if a car worth this in December, what was it? Okay. So what we're saying is 95% is this, right? 95% is that. If I want to go to the original for that year, I'm going to reverse this. I'm going to put 100 over 95, and I'm going to multiply by this, and I'm seeing 10,000 coming up right now. Listen to this. Boom. So, so what we're getting here, that's 95. I think I put an extra 0. All right, good. So we're looking at 100 here times 100, 10,000. So the car was worth 10,000 in January, and then 5% came off, right? 5% came off that 10,000, and it's at 95 at the end of the year. 10,000. A loan of 15,000 was paid. 24 equals installment of this. The interest paid as a percentage of the principal is what? Let's find what it is. So you're talking about multiplying. So this is 750. You want to multiply this by 24, right? So 750, quickly multiply that by 24. This is about 18,000 we're looking at right there. Now, take away the 15,000 that you actually borrowed. So they made 3,000 off you. So 3,000, yeah, over your 15,000, yeah, times 100. And it turns into the percent. So So you could see this is 1, 5. This is about 20%. So this is actually 20%. There you go. So that's 20% that we're getting for that one. An article, right? So at sale discount of, we're talking about at a sale, there's a discount of $3, all right, off the original price. Okay, Daniel paid 46 for 2 books. All right, what is the original cost for one? All right, so 2 books. So there are many ways you could do this. One of the ways you could just divide this. So it's $23. But remember now, he got $3 off. So you add it back to it. So it's going to take it to $26 for 1 book. That's the real cost for the book. And there's another way to work it, but we're moving. So the answer is 26. Well, regular multiplication, 3 2s, 6. And then you have x to the second plus the third. So 6x raised to the fifth. When you multiply, you add powers of the same letter, right? 6x to the fifth, 22. We want to find y. So 5 times y is 5y. 5 times -2, -10, which is equal to 3 times y, 3y. 3 times 4, 12. Regular. Bring this on the other side. So 5y minus 3y equal to 12 plus 10. 2y is equal to 22. Y is equal to 11. So y is equal to 11. If you solve that, you'll see it working out. All right? All right, let's go. 23. 7 times the product of 2 numbers, A and B, is written as what? 7. Product means to multiply, A, B. So everything is 7AB. 7AB. Given that 3 asterisk 6 is equal to 3, and 2 asterisk 4 is equal to 0, then A asterisk B can be simplified as 1. So as you can see, this 3 asterisk 6 is 3, and then 2 asterisk 4 is 0. A asterisk B. Take a good look. This one is 3 squared minus 6. So this is 9 minus 6, give me 3. And then this here, 2 squared, which is 4 minus 4, give us 0. So as you can see, the first one is squared minus the second one. So A is the answer for that. So it's actually A squared minus B is the idea, as you could see. 25. If A is equal to, if X is equal to -2, Y is equal to 3, T is equal to that, then let's set it up. X, which is on top, -2 over Y, Y is 3, raised to the third. What do we mean by to the third? At the top, this is -2 times -2 times -2, right? Over 3 times 3 times 3. At the top, -8 over 27, right? -8. Remember now, -8, raising it to the third power, -8 over 27. There we go. Keep rolling, keep rolling. 26. 26 says, all right, so we have, all right, so 1 over 3 raised to the 2x is equal to 9, then the value of x is 1. All right, so you could take a look at this. I'm going to take this as 3 raised to the -2x, because 1 over is inverse, which means a negative power, and this is equal to 9. But I'm going to represent 9 as 3 raised to the second. So I just wrote everything using a common base of 3, understanding that inverse is a negative exponent. So when the bases are the same, I could drop the base. So what we have is -2x equal to 2. As you could see, if I divide both sides by -2, as you could see, x is equal to -1. Where is that? A. So x is equal to -1. We're gone. 27. Given that A is equal to this and 3a equal to what? 3 times everything inside. All right, so I'm looking for 3 times 1, 3, then 9, then -9. I'm looking for that. Then 9, then 0, then 15. I'm looking for this. 3 times it. All right, so where are we? We are at A. Right, there we go. 27. The determinant of a 2x2 matrix is 0. The determinant of a 2x2 matrix is, oh, my bad. Let me reread it. It said the determinant of the 2x2 identity matrix. This is the identity matrix, if you don't remember. And the determinant is going to be the product of this minus the product of that. So 1 times 1 minus 0 times 0. 1 minus 0, 1. All right? Determinant is 1. So as long as you remember what the identity matrix is. Let's move on. Item 29 refers to the following. So we're looking at the vector question here. It says the vector P minus Q is represented as what? P. All right, P. So we're subtracting, we can, well, depends on how you want to do it. All right. So basically, you could just write it down and actually apply regular arithmetic to it. Or you could work in your vector world and do what we do, but it doesn't matter. P and Q. So think about it. 3 minus minus. All right, so that is positive 5. 7 minus 5, that's 2. So we have 5, 2, right? So which is this? So you could do it like that. Or another way you could have done it is to say that, listen, when you subtract vectors, you actually add the inverse. So this becomes, so the negative 2 becomes positive 2, and the positive 5 becomes negative. That means, in other words, when you're changing the sign and you're adding, you're still going to end up with 5 and 2. So it doesn't matter. As long as you just apply yourself a simple, it works. 5, 2, C. All right, so item 30 refers to the following parallelogram, W, X, Y, Z. The parallelogram X, looking at the arrow from X to Y is U, and W, X to W, as you can see, is V. We have to follow the arrows. Pay attention to where the arrows are pointing. R is the midpoint. All right, good. All right, R is the midpoint of Z1. All right, good. So let's find what they want. The question says, express in terms of U and V, RW. So I'm going to move from R and I'm going to W right here. I'm coming this way. They said RW. Because it's a parallelogram. This arrow coming this way is U. Right? And you see, it's this arrow coming this way is V. So if I'm going from R, to W, I'm going to go R. So let us write it down. Simple. R to W means I'm going to move from R to Z. And then I'm going to move from Z to W. I'm going that way. Because the arrow is coming this way here, this V is still going to be V. But remember now, it's a half of it. Because remember, R is the midpoint. So you could say V over 2, or you could say half V, right? So it's a half V coming this way. Right here is a half of V coming in the same direction. And we're going to add that. Now we're going opposite to this arrow, going all the way. So it's going to be like a negative U. So basically what we really have here is actually a half V minus U, right? Half V minus U is at A. All right, so you want to pay attention to the arrows that you got and make sure that you're flowing the right way. A is the answer. All right, 31. 31. Given that 1 millimeter is equal to 1 over 10 meters, about 2.5. All right, good. So we have millimeters, you're changing this to meter. So all you're gonna do, you're gonna have to divide, or you can multiply by this, whichever one, multiply by this. So you could see, boom, 1, 2, 3. It's 2.5, right? So 2,500 millimeter divided by 1,000. If you want to look at it like that, you'll get 2.5 meters. That's the main thing. All right, the length of the edge of a cube, the length of the edge of a cube that has a volume of 27. So if the volume, let me write it. The volume of a cube is going to be L to the third. All right, so basically then we're saying 27 is equal to L to the third. So take the cube root, man. Take the cube root. Understand? So the cube root is going to leave you with 3. So basically what we're saying is, this is it. This cube is a 3 by 3 by 3. So you could say the volume is 3 times 3 times 3, 27. So watch this. The length of the edge is 3. The perimeter of a square is 48. What is the area? If I have a square and the perimeter is 48, if I divide 48 by 4, I'm going to get 12 to be one of the sides. So it's a square. Area would mean that I'm going to have to multiply 12 times 12. So I'm looking for 144 for that area. right? So we have to pay attention to details as we go. The height of this, height. So basically, let's see what we got. Which has an area, so it has an area of 65. Context to the question. 65 is equal to half the sum of the parallel sides times h, right? So let us take our time. All right, we can multiply both sides. It depends on what you want. So let me break this down. 65 is equal to half 18 plus, so 18 plus 8 will give 26. Half of 26 is 13 times h. Good, so I break down this already, 13 times h. So 65 divided by 13 is 5. So divide by 13, divide by 13, the height is 5. Right here, where is that? Oh, it's right here at C. Not bad. So that means if you add, if you add, your 18 plus your 8, divide that by 2, multiply by 5, you're going to get 65. That's what we're saying. Now, looking at this, this refers to the sector there. We're seeing that. Angle there is 60. The radius is R. No problem. What do they want? The length of the arc AB. So, we want the length of the arc AB. Formula for the length of the arc. It's going to be that 60 over 360, right? Length of the arc, 2 pi r, right? So we want to break this down. 60 over 3, and then you do our thing, and let us see what we get. This 1, 6. So basic, and then again, this into itself 1, 3. So I'm looking for 1/3 pi r. That's what I'm looking at. Where is it? We find it. It's at A. So 1/3 pi r would have done it right there, right? So let's go to number 36. 36 now is referring to this diagram. So we have 2 semicircles and a rectangle. You're looking at it right there. The area of the component is above in pi. Oh, so you want the area, and we're going to give it the pi. All right, no problem. So basically, what we could do, let us subtract. You see this 27? Let's take off the 15. And then, so 27 minus 15, right, is going to help us to understand what's going on with those radius. So this is going to give me 6. But I'm going to have to share the 6 equally because it's 2 sides. We have a piece here and we have a piece here. So that means this is 3 and this is 3. That's what we're looking at. 50, all right? So basically then, we can work this out, right? We can work this out. Now, if the radius is 3, that means the diameter here is 6. Because the radius, we just figured it out right here. So basically, this is 15, and then we have 3. My bad. Give me a minute. Hold on. 15. Hold on, guys. Let me put it back. I work out the thing is 6, This is 12. So divide it, we get 6. So this is 6, my bad, and this is 6. All right, there you go. All right. So quickly, we take that off. So we have that. So our 15 plus our 12 give us our 27. So if we know what the radius is, so diameter here is actually 12. This is 12. So we have to take note, this is 12. All right. So basically then, the rectangle is going to equal to a 15 times 12. 15 times 12, that's about, it's all right. So 15 times 12. So let's put everything together. Because these radii are the same, 6, and it's 2 semicircles, it's going to be 1 circle. So for the circle, you're looking at pi r, right? You're looking at pi r square, right? So we're talking about pi, and we're talking about 6 square. 6 square. Because if you work out the 2 semicircles and then add it, you'll get 1 circle. So I'm working with 1 circle because it's the same dimension. So this is 36 pi here. 36 pi right there. And we have 36 pi plus 180. That's the overall idea. If I don't see this, what I'm going to do is to try to factor out my idea. Can 36 go into 180? Of course. So if I factor out 36, no. I'm going to have pi here plus 5. All right? Because 36 can go into 180. So what I'm saying is 36 pi plus 180 is the answer. If I don't see that, I'm going to factor out 36. 36 into this is a pi, and 36 into 180 is 5. So the answer is this, right here. So that's the idea. Let's go. 37. 37 says the area of the rectangle is 40. If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is half, what is going to be the area? All right, think about it. Rectangle. If we have a rectangle, area is length times width. So we can say LW. So if the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is half, so you can see if you break down this, if you break down this idea, then you actually have 2LW. So area was already 40. You can see double. So it becomes 80. Let's take a look at this question quickly. All right. So we're looking at a square with a side of 5. That means here is 5, here is 5, here is 5. No problem. What else do we have here? All right, so this diagram refers to the finite component shape comprises of a triangle. Okay, all right, good. All right, so let us see what else we have. It says if the total component here is this, then the height of the triangle. Oh, all right. So what I'm gonna do is to find the area of the square, which is 5, 5, 25. So if I have this 35 and I take out the 25 out of it, I have 10. In other words, the area of the triangle is 10. All right, the area of the triangle is 10. Remember, now I have the base. So take a look at this now. So triangle area, which is 10, is equal to base times height over 2. 10 is equal to base, which is 5, right? So 5h over 2. Let's continue working. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2. 20 is equal to 5h. Obviously, divide by 5, h is equal to 4. So we're looking for 4 as our answer right there. There we go. Let's go to the next question. Statistics, 39. The number of children who have a mass of 41. Okay, at least 41. So that means 41 or more. So you want to come here and everything going that way. So you want to add your 12 plus your 38 plus 20. Everything going that way. And you're good to go. 12 plus your 38 plus 20 altogether. That's about 70. So watch the question. The number of children who have a mass of at least. So we're adding from this going forward, we get 70. The lower limit of the modal class. Modal, the one that occurs most frequently. So let us look at the modal class, right? Modal class. Modal class would have been coming from the one which occurs the most. So the modal class is going to be right here, 51 to 60, right? Now, the modal class is 51 to 60. The limit though, not boundary. The lower limit is 51 right here, not boundary. D is the answer, lower limit. Now, next question says, Miss Clark arranged 15 test scores. Miss Clark arranged the 15 test scores of her students in order of size and select, okay, and selected the 8th score. Okay, which of the following statistical measures? Okay, so if 15 and you select the 8, you're at the median, right? Because if you have 15 things, right? 15 things, right? So you'll have 7, the first 7 here, and the last 7 here. So first 7, last 7, the 8th term will be your middle, it's your median. So she obtained the median, 42. Pie chart shows below, not drawn to scale, show how students use 12 hours in studying English, math, French, geo. All right, not drawn to scale, but I guess we're going to approximate. So they said, question says, the amount of time spent studying mathematics. Well, taking a good look at this, mathematics is almost a quarter of the idea, right? So you could see it's almost a quarter. So you want to find a quarter of 12, right? So that is 3. So basically, I'll pick 3 hours there and I'm gone, right? So we have 3 and we're good. 42, 43. Was that 42? Yes? All right. 43. It says, if the mean of 4 numbers, All right. 4, 8, x, and 12 give 10. What is x? In other words, 4 plus 8 plus x plus 12 divided by 4 things give 10. What is x? Let's add up our thing. So this is 24 plus x over 4 equal 10. Multiply both sides by 4. So 24 plus x is now 40. Subtract 24 from both sides. This is 16. There we go. X is equal to 16 right there. Next one. All right. So it says item 44 refers to the following table, shows responses of 100 persons. All right. So we're looking at 100 persons from 2 ethnic group. All right. So it's 100 person, 2 ethnic group. We have P and R in the survey. All right. We're seeing the P's, we're seeing the R's, no problem. All right. A respondent is selected at random. See that? This is random. This is already over 100. Random, select at random. What is the probability that the selected respondent is of ethnic group P and has a positive attitude towards maths? So positive attitude towards maths is 25. We select them at random. So it's out of everybody. So 25 is the same thing as that right there. So that's it. Because we're dealing with this specific. So this is positive right here. Positive from R, positive from P. But we're dealing with this at random. So it is 25 of them that is positive out of everybody. All right. 45. Which of the following diagram best illustrates a function? A function will only have where the arrow is coming from is always where x is. So this is x, this is y. So you cannot have an x value going to 2 different places. So that's not a function. This is a function already. This is already a function. You could say that this is not a function. You could say that this would have spoiled it, not a function. The answer is B, and we're gone. The point where the straight line AB cross the horizontal axis. Horizontal axis is this, our x-axis. The point is 3, 0, right there. X-intercept, 3, then 0, right? You have to read the x value first, then the y. Next, the equation of the straight line AB is what? Now, what you want is a slope and the y-intercept. So here's the y-intercept already. But the slope, rise over run. Look, 2. This is 2, run, 3. So it's going to be 2 over 3, and it's positive because your line is going that way. So we're looking at y is equal to 2 over 3x, and it crosses it at -2. So I'm looking for 2 over 3x with a -2. 2 over 3x with a -2. 2 over 3x with a -2. It's at C, right here. That's it. Be careful. Remember, rise over run. All right. All right. What number was that? 47. We're at 48. 48 and 49 will be from this graph. It says the coordinate of the maximum point is right here. This is where the maximum point is. Let me highlight it brighter for us. Right here is a maximum point. So that coordinate is where 2 meets 4. Remember, 2 from your x meets 4. 2, 4, not 4, 2. 2 meets 4. Right, that's the maximum point. Next question. The equation of the axis of symmetry, right, of the quadratic is x equal 2. X equal 2. So your axis of symmetry is going to be that middle line right there that cuts your graph into 2 equal pieces. X is equal to 2, and that's it right there. Let's go to 50. If g of x is equal to 7x minus 3 over 5, then the inverse of g of 2. Inverse of g of 2. So let me find, well, let's there are many ways you could do that. G of -2. So let's find the inverse. Y is equal to 7x minus 3 over 5. X is equal to 7y minus 3 over 5. Multiply everything by 5. We have 5x is equal to 7y minus 3. All right. 5x plus 3 over 7. So let's go back. So the G inverse of x is actually 5x plus 3 over 7. All I'm going to do is to plug in -2 in it. So -2 times 5, that's going to give me -10 plus 3 over 7. So that is -7 over 7, -1. There we go. Negative 7 over 7, negative 1. So I have to make sure that we didn't make any mistake there. So we're going to have 5 times x divided by the 7. Yeah. So negative 10, yeah. Negative 7 over 7, negative 1, 51. So a packing company charges $1 plus. All right, packing company. A parking lot charges $1 plus 25 cents for every hour. All right, or park thereof, in which a vehicle is parked. A function c of x that represents this. All right, so let's take a look. It says that the parking lot charges $1 plus 25 cents for every hour. All right, good. So you have a standard fee of $1. So this is going to be, we want to see, so this is out, these are out. You're looking for a constant of $1, which is there. So it's going to be this, but 25 per hour, 0.2 cents per hour right here. That's it, right? Let's see what the domain is. What we're going to do is to input these values. So we're going to cube all of these to see what we get. So when you cube negative 2, you're going to get negative 8. When you cube negative 1, you get negative 1. When you cube 0, you get 0. Cube 1, you get 1. Cube 2, you get 8. So we're moving from negative 8 to positive 8. Where is that? D. 7 more to go. All right. If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, then the polygon is what? Okay. So if the sum is 4 right angles, then I'm looking for a 4-sided figure. It's quadrilateral. All of these are out. So D, 54. 54 says, in the right angle triangle above, which trigonometric ratio is equal to 4, 8? So 4, 8. All right. So let us look. If I'm standing where x is here, and I'm applying so, ka, tower, if I'll be using sine of x is going to be 4, which is the opposite over 8. So sine of x will do the trick right there. 54. 55. X. We could see that this is an isosceles. Why? The base angles are equal, which means this side and this side are congruent. So what we're going to do is to take out the sum of these from 180. So 180 minus 60 will leave us with 120. So this angle here is 120. 56. All right, so we're looking at this. We can see that triangles are similar. It's like an enlargement. We have 2 corresponding sides that we could use to help us, like 6 and 3 is going right there, right? So basically, as you could see, this is 2 times that. The angles are the same, so this is going to be 2 times that. So I'm going to have 7 divided by 2, and that's going to give me 3.5 right here. So this side corresponds with this side. They want MO, so MO is 3.5. 57. In the diagram, the translation which AB is mapped onto this is what? Okay, so AB was moved on to A prime, B prime. We could just select a point and just subtract them, right? So let's line up, say, let us link A to A prime. So watch this. The idea is that the object plus the translation does give image. Object. So we could say 2, 5 plus some translation XY produces 4, 6. So all we're going to do is to subtract. So XY is to say 4 subtract 2, that's going to be 2. 6 subtract 5 is 1. So you're subtracting matrices, all right? So we're talking about 4 minus that 2, 6 minus that 5. So you could see your 2, 1 coming out. We're looking for 2, 1. The answer is A. All right. Next, 58. Don't be late. All right, so 58, it says here we have OA. So we have OA, A prime, okay. And we have OBB prime, OCC prime, straight lines, okay. So we have ABC is mapped onto, all right. So So, all right, so this is object and this is image. No problem. So it's an enlargement. What is the scale factor? All right, so the scale factor is actually, so we could focus on this little piece here from BC and B prime, C prime. This is 1 unit. This is 2 unit. So you could say the scale factor is actually 2. All right, it's positive 2, 2. All right, the scale factor is positive 2. The object and the image are on the same side of the center. That's center right here. So it's a positive 2. The thing was blown up. 59. So 459, let's see what they want. 59 refers to the things, the point G, E, R. We're seeing that. All right, no problem. You can fill out some stuff if you want. This is actually 60, so you could create the 90 there. This is actually 30 here as well, you know? All right, so let us now see what they want. If F is 25 meters tall, 25 meters from E, okay, then the distance FG, okay, FG. So if I'm using this 30, FG, so Ka, tower, I'm going to say the tangent of 30 is equal to opposite, which is 25 over FG. All right. So opposite over adjacent. So that means FG is 25 over tan of 30. If that is there, I'm done. All right. It is at A. That means we're done. All right. So moving on to the next question. Next. 60 and last. All right. So we're looking at tower. We're looking at everything here. What's the question? Estimate the height of the building. All right. So we want everything from top to bottom coming down here. We already know that the man is 1.6 tall. This 12 here is this. All right. So this is 12 meters. I'm going to find right here. We're going to find right here and add it to his height, which is 1.6. Tangent will help. So the tangent of 40 degrees is equal to, let us call that x. X there over 12. To find x, it's 12. 12 tangent of 40 is equal to x. All right? So 12 tan 40 is equal to x right there. So that distance here is 12 tan 40. Now, the entire height of the building is that we're going to have to add the 1.6 to it. So we're looking at 1.6 plus 12 tan 40. 1.6 plus the A. All right, there it is. The question is, how many did you